My life was crumbling down all around me. I didn't care anymore about myself or anything that was going on in the world. It's my nature to be worldly, but I found myself isolated and alone. I had distanced myself so far away from my family and all of those who loved me. I started having drug-induced psychosis, imagining things that were not there. My life was a mess. I was extremely lonely. I was smoking in my hall closet using a candle so my landlord wouldn't hear me keep lighting the lighter. I was a basket case full of fear and paranoia. Everything went out from under me so quickly. I was on the streets before I knew it. There were times that I was so dirty that I'd be sitting there and I wouldn't realize how dirty I was, but I would talk to people walking by and say, "Hi, good morning, how are you?" And they just look at me, glance back away really quickly and just act like I wasn't even there, like I was invisible. I became this person that I didn't even know who I was. I was just in despair. I was hopeless. I was hungry. I was lonely. I lost faith, and I was very hopeless for a long time. I didn't think I was ever going to get off the street. I had a drug addiction for 40 years. 40 years. I used every kind of drug I can get my hands on. I would smoke it. I would snort it. I would inject it any way I could. I taught my little sister how to slam drugs, and she died from AIDS at 39 years old. When I was a heroin addict, I was having withdrawals. I was really dope sick, and my answer was to go knock an old lady down and take her purse. I just tackled her like a football player, and she was fighting me for the purse. And I just was ripping it out of her hands, and she was screaming, and she was terrified. And I knocked her down, and I ran, and there was $9 in there. I did all that for $9. And then instead of putting the purse in the mailbox like a good person would do, I just threw it out the window on the side of the freeway. And that's something that I have to deal with every day. I have to look at that person that did that, and she was not a good person. And I can't believe that I did something like that, but I did. It was suggested to me by my case manager, Sean Morrissey. Maybe I should quit doing drugs. Maybe my life would be a little better if I tried to get rid of that problem I had. And so I took him up on it, and I have 4 months clean and sober. He's my world. I bottle fed him. He's just turned 7 years old 2 weeks ago. He's my knight in shining armor out there. He's my protector. He's my child I never had. He's everything to me. He really watched after me out there. If anybody came to my camp, he would snip at their legs, tell them don't mess with my mom's stuff. He would, he just let them know that he was there, and he was there for me. I started flying a sign to get money, and I did pretty good with that, and that enabled me to be able to afford a tent and tarps and make like a little home for myself somewhere. I cleared a spot, and I put my tent up, and just a little bit at a time I built it and built it up and built it up, and it became home. Housing Works, when they came, they were doing the survey for the 2011 homeless census, and they interviewed me. And when I was approved, people were coming and telling me, these people want you to call them. And I'm telling them, I don't want to call those people. They're not going to do nothing for me. They just want my name, my social security number, and they're going to make money off me like all the other places do. And I don't want to be a part of that because, I didn't think that they were really going to help me. And it wasn't until they came and they really looked at me in the eye and they said, you don't understand what's happening here. You have an opportunity to have permanent housing. And I said, show me. And they did. And they did. My home at Housing Works provided for me is very close to the Women's Room of Pasadena. I go there a lot. I find refuge there. It's for women, homeless women, women at risk. I'm not homeless any longer, but I'm still at risk. So I go there because I can make a left out the end of my driveway and go to the dope house, or I can make a right and go to a safe house. And so I make a right and I go there, and I have a good family there, a lot of support there. This is a new life for me. The way I'm living today, it's an opportunity for me to reflect on who I am and where I came from, and to actually get down and deal with those issues that I ran from for so many years. I feel a new sense of freedom from all of that. I feel relieved. I feel this heavy, tremendous weight off my shoulders. I feel like a great person. I feel like I can love somebody and deserve to be loved back today. And it's really a cool thing to have that feeling. I haven't felt that for a lot of years. When I was homeless, I didn't even look in the mirror for years because I didn't want to look at who I saw. I didn't like her. There's so many new things that I do that I didn't do for so many years because of not having my teeth. And the way I saw myself was a drug addict. And when I got clean and sober, I told my case manager, I look like a tweaker still, and it doesn't matter how clean and sober I am, people still look at me like I'm like a dope fiend. And they set me up with a dentist, and she does fabulous work. She gave me my smile for free because she said now I had something to smile about, and I love to smile. My face even hurts because I can't stop smiling. Mary Kirsching, Molly Laurie, Sean Morrissey, and all the staff at Housing Works, Pasadena Housing Authority, and all the people at Target, and the people at the Women's Room Para, and all the people from the church who bring meals here for us. I'd like to say thank you, and thank you for all your help, and it means so much to me, and I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for your help. Thank you.